Senator Tim Scott is here. Senator, congrats on the book. Bookstores around the country, Amazon.com, Hannity.com. Great to see you, by the way. I know you've been on the channel today, and the book is phenomenal. Talks about unsung heroes, people's lives, how faith impacted them. And I know it's a big part of your personal life. You go to Seacoast Church in South Carolina, which I'm very well aware of, and Mount Pleasant.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, John, it's a beautiful thing when we stand up for the right things, when ordinary people take an extraordinary stand. Our country moves in exactly the right direction. My book profiles Christians leading the right way. Buy your book right now, One Nation Always Under God, as you said, Amazon.com. More importantly, these are stories of courageous Americans who decided to take a stand for those who could not stand for themselves. Proverbs 31:8 says, stand up for those who can't stand for themselves. Everyday Americans, from Norman Borlaug, who was a farmer, Christian farmer, to Jim Lovell, an astronaut. I tell stories from different generations of our history of this nation, and they all lead to the same place. Faith as a foundation changes everything. We need more of that in this city, New York City, where we're seeing socialism that has failed all over the world being tried again. And guess what? I grew up in the thing that was closest to socialism. It doesn't work. It has devastated minority communities, it's devastated rural communities, and it's devastated the poor. Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit, the results are in. It doesn't work, never has and never will.
All right, so Mamdani this weekend, he goes to this church with this controversial minister who refers to Mamdani as his brother and friend. He slammed ICE. He said ICE is abducting immigrants, and it's criminal and it's cruelty. That's enforcing the law. Yes. The pastor called for a new constitution. Also called for abolishing the Electoral College, called for reparations for slavery, called for guaranteed annual income, also abolishing the system of policing in this country. A month after the Hamas attack on Israel, he was at a rally and led another one in February promoting a, quote, peace pilgrimage for Gaza. And I'm trying to, understand, can you not learn a lot about people by their associations? Like, this came up with Reverend Wright and Barack Obama.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Well, Sean, one thing, let's not call that what he did in the church a sermon. It was terrible. The one thing we should always do is stand for the laws of our country, number one. Stand by those enforcing the law, our law enforcement officers, number two. Remember Romans 13, 1 through 4, simply says that there are ministers in government called law enforcement officers given a sword at that time so that they could exact the wrath of God. We need more men and women all across this country thanking the good Lord that people respond to the call to protect everyday citizens like me and like you. The fact of the matter is, slavery, we have solved that problem. Every single day we get closer to a more perfect union. The last thing we need to do is have a conversation about compensation. When you think about the issue of immigration, President Trump has proven the fact that you can actually close our southern border, treat people with respect, and say illegal immigrants should not be in our country while winning 48% of the Hispanic male vote. This is not new. The Working Class Coalition, they want our laws enforced. God bless you, Sean.
All right. The book is One Nation Always Under God. Senator Tim Scott, appreciate you being here. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.